Imagine the scenario. You're the chief executive of a company and your rivals release a product that outperforms you. You've got to either lay down and die or stand and fight, I would have thought. What else could you possibly do? Because that's exactly what happened to the guys at the Scottish brewery BrewDog. They hit the news last year when they released a then record-setting 32% strength beer called Tactical Nuclear Penguin. But a rival German brewery, Schorschbraeu, reclaimed the beer potency title just weeks ago with their Schorschbraeu at 40%, prompting BrewDog to declare war. They've now launched Sink the Bismarck at a whopping 41%. That's more alcohol than whiskey or vodka. And earlier I spoke to James Watt, who's the Emperor Penguin, or chief exec at BrewDog, and Georg from the rival Schorschbraeu. And I began by suggesting to James that this was sounding like a real battle.
No, we just decided to have a humorous name. I mean, the competition between us and Georg in Germany, it's all done in good spirits, and we've released a 32% beer called Tactical Nuclear Penguin. And the 41% beer is actually something we've been working on for 5 months, but since the guys in Germany have released their 40% one a couple of weeks ago, we thought we'd have a bit of fun with the name, and we also had a bit of fun with the video that we put on our website to promote the beer too.
And George, do you have a sense of humour at Schorschbraeu?
Yeah, I think first I want to say that as a German, I cannot play this war card, of course, because that's what people wouldn't understand from a German. But it's a great kind of humor. I think it's comparable with Monty Python's and something like this. And congratulations, I really laughed a lot about this video.
But did they sink you, is the question?
Sorry?
Did they sink the Bismarck?
Oh, yeah, for the first time, yes. But we're waking up now, or we come up from the ground now, and we start our lab. We have lab results which make us very much positive thinking that we can beat this 41%.
James, those sound like fighting words to me. They're coming up from the bunker. Are you ready for what's to come?
Well, the only lab results that we have is the furry chocolate lab mascot that we've got at the brewery. No, I mean, for us, it wasn't as much about kind of making a beer that was a high ABV. What we wanted to do with this, we wanted to make a IPA, which is our favourite beer style, and make it the same strength as a whiskey or a vodka. So that was the challenge that we set out to achieve with this. So have something, it's a beer and has all the kind of fantastic hop flavours, hop aromas, malt flavours in there, but you'd pour it into a spirits glass and you'd enjoy it the same way you'd enjoy a nice whiskey or a nice brandy or something like that. So that's what we wanted to do with the beer, and it was a lot about making the beer itself as opposed to just posting a number up there for the sake of it.
Yeah, George, is there a huge market for this kind of amplified beer, as it's called in Germany?
Sorry, I'm only a German crowd. I don't understand if you talk so fast.
I apologise. I was asking, is there...
Dann ganz langsam sprechen for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Please translate for me, James.
Where's your German from? Where do you have your German from?
I used to live in Germany. When I was 18, I lived there for a year and drank some fantastic beers, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
So could you translate this bit about the market for me, James, if that's all right, to George?
Ja, Georg, gibt es eine große Marke für diese ganz starke Beers in Deutschland?
Sorry, I have a bit problems with the telephone. Can you speak a little louder?
Ja, gibt es eine große Stimme für diese ganz starke Bier in Deutschland auch?
Yeah, the problem in Germany is that they are normally only used to bright beer, wheat beer, dark beers, and Pilsner. So people in other countries are more open for new flavors. But I think it's growing up a community of people who want to taste new flavors also.
And James, what about your market? Is it based mostly here in Britain?
Well, we do some stuff in the UK, and we also do some expert things. But what we want to do in the UK as a company, we've only been going 2 years, but we want to change people's perceptions about beer. The UK beer market's dominated by the faceless multinational corporations and the kind of bland liquid cardboard that they've produced. And we just want to show people another side to beer. So by making these really strong beers. We can get people speaking about beer and maybe thinking about beer in a slightly different way. And we want to promote beer that's full of body, full of bite, full of flavour, and just let people understand, appreciate it, and enjoy it in a slightly different way. So put it in a nice glass, enjoy it with food, and not just go out and drink 10 pints of something that's cold and yellow and fizzy, have a kebab and call it a weekend. So
George,
we just want to change people's perceptions about beer a little bit in the UK.
George, how important is it for your company to have what is internationally known as the strongest beer in the world?
Yeah, it's of course it's an advertising. How do you say?
Yeah,
how can I say advertising
assets
component?
Yeah.
So it's of course a big marketing component which you can use. But I think what happened now, the battle between two breweries, is much more interesting for both of us. And I always also wanted to say to the beers that I think not the most alcohol is the interesting thing. The interesting thing is people should get a new opportunity of beer tastes and styles, and every component can be the main theme in the foreground. So extremely hop beers, dry hopped and something like this, extremely dry beers, light characters, thick and malty flavors. And so we both try to get people used to, not used to, so that they should try these very alcoholic, strong beers with all these flavors which come out then. And so this is these are very new experiences, and this is, I think, the foreground reason why to produce these beers.
Yeah, James, I suppose George does have a point that this can't be bad. This brewery wars can't be bad for sales and the interest in your beer. I'm talking to you now. It reminds me of the kind of the rap wars between Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur. Sadly, though, that ended in tears from both sides, if you know what I mean.
I don't think this one's going to go quite that far, but I think the kind of friendly spirit of competition between us has definitely kind of taken beers up a notch, and it's just in the last few months that we've taken it from kind of 31% all the way up to 41%. So it's been exciting.
And George, what were you going to say?
I didn't understand everything, all right, but I think it goes about where it ends in our battle. So I think in the end, I think we will both lie at the ground, very tired of this, and we'll maybe have the same alcohol.
Yes, strength.
We both won't get more, and then we say, okay, it's 50-50. It's all right.
Yeah, I was going to try and translate for you some of the comparison. Basically, blitzkrieg. You understand that? Blitzkrieg. That's what it is. Just finally, what's the strongest you think you can make beer, James? How strong can this beer get?
Maybe about 10,000%.
10,000%. Okay, all in good spirit anyway. James Watt there, the Emperor Penguin or Chief Executive at BrewDog, and we heard from George as well from Schorschbraeu, the rival brewery.